Part-time, too. Yes, Monica?
Vetting your buyers, okay? So they're coming, they got 10 grand, so you know you're not going to have any maintenance issues. But what do you do, or do you do anything special to make sure you're not dealing with a child smuggler?
Okay, so tenants, I call them tenant buyers because I want them to be of the buyer mindset and not the tenant mindset.
Right.
Renters will call you every time there's a spider outside and the toilet gets clogged and the light bulb needs changed. I ain't doing it. I'm a lazy landlord. So I find people who want to be buyers and just need to rent in the process. So when I find them, I vet them, but you have to use a third-party company to screen them because I don't want to hold anybody's social security number.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
So I have another company, and they pay for that company. It's free to me.
Okay.
Everything I do is cheap, if not free, except my hair. And I find them, and usually when they have this money to put towards the property, they're serious.
Right.
I did have one woman one time, though. It was a $120,000 house that I had no money invested in. She gave me $40,000 to move in, which was 6 months rent in advance, $30,000 off the purchase price, and $5,000 for me for working with her for the next year because she was moving from Illinois or Indiana or some Iowa state. I don't know. She was coming from north. She was moving to Dandridge. She needed to get a job. She needed to get established. She needed to do all these things so she could get a mortgage. She was getting an insurance settlement. So when she got her insurance settlement, she knew she was going to blow it or snort it or something. Or she was going to buy this house. So she decided to buy the house. That was a smart decision. Except when she got to Dandridge, she realized she didn't really want to get a job. Then she couldn't, after the 6 months were up, on the 7th month, she called me and she was like, hey, Whit, I don't have any money for rent. And I was like, oh, that's just not going to work. She said, and my sister bought a house in South Carolina and I really want to go live with my sister. And I was like, you're not getting your money back. And she was like, I know. I just want to let you know that I'll be out by the end of the month. Okay, now who wants this house? So I've had this house for 7, 8 months. On the 9th month, somebody else gave me 10 grand to move in. It wasn't 40. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't make 40 twice on the same house. That would have been a miracle. But I didn't make 10. So I'm in this house with no money, with 50 grand in my pocket in less than a year. Real estate works, guys. And I get, $300 a month. I've got this house back again. Third time I've had this house. We call these boomerangs. They keep coming back. And right now, I have a real purchase and sale. She does not want to do a rent to own on it. She does not want to do a lease option. She's just going to buy it. And I decided I would sell it to her for $110 instead of the $120 because it was now instead of in a year. Does that make sense? You can totally do this. And women are the best real estate investors. I say this all the time because y'all can see past an ugly situation to what it could be, what it should be. And you know people who would love this space. Men come in and go, well, it's this number and this number and this number, and I can do this and I can do that and I can do this. Women come in and we want to make everybody feel comfortable, right? So we come in and we actually start talking to the seller. We start a relationship with the seller. Don't sleep with the sellers, but you can be friends with them and still be maternal, be loving with them, right? And that will get you further in life because we're in a relationship economy.
Amen.
Right? You become friends with somebody. It doesn't matter if you offered them 10 grand less than the guy that was there. He was just about the numbers. He was in and out in 10 minutes. I don't play that game. I'll be there for 30, 45 minutes. We'll hang out. We'll go to lunch, whatever. Sign my paper. And they will. Women like women. Yes, I don't know. Who's first? Who wants to go?
I see the wheels. I just had a story.
Let me answer a question first. Is that okay?
Quick question. So, in the lease option, I've seen saw some programs where they say that a portion of the money that you put down, they will apply it to the down payment towards the home. So do you offer a portion of their down payment towards the purchase of the home?
Do I offer a portion of their non-refundable option fee towards the purchase when they get a mortgage?
Okay.
It's there's terminology that we use in regular everyday life that I'm very much a stickler about because it'll definitely get me in some trouble. I don't take down payments because I'm not a mortgage broker. But a down payment, absolutely. And it also is in your contract. The first $5,000 anybody gives me is mine. I can do whatever I want to with it. But if they give me $10,000 or $15,000, all of it is non-refundable. Whatever they give me on top of $5,000, I will give them towards their purchase price when they get a mortgage. If they don't get a mortgage, it was all non-refundable in the very beginning. I'll also, because they're paying a higher rent, I will give my tenants 10% of what they pay every month towards their purchase price. So even if I give them $100, when you rent, how much of that do you get towards your purchase price in a year or two when you leave? Anybody have a landlord that they're going to go talk to and be like, hey, this money I've been giving you, how about we roll some of that over and I'll just buy this thing and you won't have to worry, I won't call you when I need a handy guy. I'll go to Lowe's and find one. If anybody's looking for a man, go to Lowe's early in the morning. Plumbers are handy, that's all I'm saying. Yes, ma'am.
I bought this book, but I want this.
There's a She Conquered in First Still Done Fast. I have one of the
So I
pink.
can have this and I can put this back? No.
Well, we have to trade a little bit for it. Yes.
I need
Yes.
to know how much because I need to. I want this.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And in First Still Done Fast, I also mentioned that it's group coaching. It's not just what's in the pink box. There's videos. You're going to get a lot of me. There's videos in there, and I'll walk you through step by step, finding the sellers, talking to them, negotiating, signing the contracts, all of that. On Tuesdays, we have a Facebook group. I'm telling you, I freaking love Facebook. On Tuesdays, I do questions and answers in First Still Done Fast student group. And the first Monday of every month, everybody can put their seller lead sheet. They email them to me. And I will make 3 offers on their house.
Wow.
And then show them their projected income from that house. And it's very rare that we're not making $20,000 to $50,000 every time we buy a house because we don't have any money invested, $10. Our credit's not on the line. We're not going to a bank. We don't have licenses. We're investors.
How much?
It's amazing. First Still Done Fast?
How much for this pink box?
It's $2,000, $19.97. Mm-hmm. Or it's 3 payments of $9.97. Either way. Any other questions? You want to tell your story?
Yes, just about being nice. When you're doing business deals and you're working with people, just be nice. So when I lease the new space that I'm in, my commercial property, I'm renting it for half of what it was supposed to cost because he just liked my personality better than the other person that wanted to rent it. And I also got him to sign that I get to renew every 2 years for the next 10 years at the same price before he decides to rent it to anyone else. Wow. It's a great deal.
Just because you're a person, people like people.
They do.
People like people because they're seeing a long-term relationship with you. All right? I'm in this for the long term. And that's why people like working with me. Because they know I'm going to be here. I'm still going to be talking about real estate in 10 years. Any other questions? Jacqueline, is that good? Do you want me to add anything else? Any other questions? Everybody cool? One thing that I can say about real estate, and we were talking about this earlier, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, when you get that extra $10,000 a month coming in for like 4 hours worth of work a month, that'll go a long way towards vacations, towards houses, towards college, towards cars, towards your other passions. Like an extra $10,000 a month will totally change your life. And it is totally possible.
Everyone, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And as a thank you, we have gifts that we'd like to give to you 3.
Ah, thank you. Fantastic. Oh, sweet.
How cute. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes, thanks for having me.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you so much. And I think Whitney might be here for just a brief.
I'll hang out as long as you want.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming to She Expo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,